Hey folks, welcome to PlayBranson, the show where you get to know Branson's entertainers better. I'm your host, Chris Meyer, and today's episode is brought to you by ibranson.com. It's the place where you can find the latest Branson show schedules and attraction information. So be sure to go to ibranson.com and check that out. Now, our guest today is Josh Reeves, and he is in the show David at Sight and Sound Theater, a brand new show here in town. He's a veteran performer there, so we look forward to talking to him and having him on the show. It's his first time ever on the show. And here's the deal, folks. If you want to see a particular person on our show this year, be sure to go to our Facebook page and message us, and we'll do our best to get them on the show.
The Lord is my shepherd. All I've ever wanted was to be a man after God's own heart. I'll do it! I'll fight Goliath!
Come here, boy!
I give you David!
You are the true king of Israel.
I knew it was you. So stop. Now bring David to me, for he must die.
The crown has changed him. You have to go.
He's here! He's here!
Who are you?
We're outlaws.
All right, man. Time to start fighting to defend God's people.
The battle belongs to the Lord! Today you have placed this crown of pure gold upon the head of your servant David.
I spent every moment of every day building his kingdom, yet I've never felt farther from his presence.
You're doing too much. Just ask for help.
Do you know who she is?
Bathsheba.
Bring her to the palace.
Man looks at the outward appearance, but God looks at the heart.
Your truth is in the sky, your breath in our hearts.
Never forget, not every battle is won with the sword.
You are not alone. The Lord is with you.
How great you are, how great you are.
Hey folks, welcome back to PlayBranson. On today's show, I have Josh Reeves, and he plays Joab at the new Sight and Sound production of David. So welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
It's good to have you here. And we always like to talk about people's history. Like, how did you get into this business? And so take us way back.
Okay.
And share your journey.
All right. Yeah. When I was young, I loved to sing my entire life, as far back as I can remember. Loved singing. I would sing in the choir at church, and when I was 15, one of the women there asked if any of the guys wanted to be in the show that she was doing at her school, because she needed more men in it. And me and a few of my buddies decided to do it, and I got hooked immediately. And I've been doing theater ever since. Went from doing community theater, shows at school, all those types of things. Went to college for vocal performance, and graduated, started teaching voice lessons.
Where did you go to school at?
I went to Delta State University in Cleveland, Mississippi.
Cleveland, Mississippi.
Yep.
Okay.
Small school, surrounded by the Delta Blues. So
Okay.
yeah, fun place to be. And then after that, I moved to New York City, where I lived for 3 years, auditioning for everything I possibly could. And I would get callback after callback, and so many maybes, and it just kind of wore on you for a while. And after those 3 years, there was a point where I was like, do I want to keep doing this? But I kept going, and finally saw Sight and Sound was auditioning and submitted a reel, and they asked me to come in, and Sight and Sound ended up hiring me for my first professional job as an actor.
Now, was that in Branson or was that in Lancaster?
That was in Lancaster. That was for the premiere year of Jesus.
Okay. And what role did you play in that show?
Philip.
Fill it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're at New York City. You're trying for 3 years. You didn't get any parts then, did you? Or did you?
No, nothing until Sight and Sound hired me.
So most people probably would have given up in year 1, but you kept going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that shows endurance.
Yeah, it's hard, but it's worth it. If it's
Yeah.
something that you know you want to do, and you know that that's something that the Lord has for you to do, then you just keep going, and eventually He'll open the door where He wants you to be.
Yeah, yeah. And so you go to Lancaster, you start in Jesus. Talk to us what happened from there.
All right, so first year there, had a blast. After that, they sent me down here to do Samson the next year, which was so much fun. Another show with a lot of fighting. But I met my wife here that year, and we started dating. We got married, and we've got to do, my gosh, so many shows since. But I've been here in Branson now for 7 years
Wow.
since then.
Yeah. And so playing a variety of different roles in
Absolutely.
that time frame.
Yeah.
And so you are now Joab
Mm-hmm.
in the show David.
Yeah.
And so who is Joab?
Joab is one of the mighty men. He ends up being David's commander of his army. So he kind of helps David run the army, go fight battles. He's also very stubborn at times, but he's also the one who will step up to David and call him out if he needs to be called out.
Yeah.
He's not afraid to stand up when he needs to stand up. He's also a fighter, a big fighter. I get to use multiple weapons in the show and fight different styles, which is a lot of fun, which kind of bleeds over into him being the commander of the army.
Yeah. So in order to do that fighting, you have to be more than a singer. You have to then be an actor. And then in order to develop those fight scenes, do you guys have people that train you on how to do that? Or?
We do. Sometimes you learn fighting skills and stage combat outside of work and taking classes, but we actually have a fight coordinator and fight captain who help teach the fights, choreograph the fights, and work through each step with us so that we're able to do it safely and protect each of us from getting hurt, because some of the fights are very physical, but they are really fun.
Yeah.
And look really awesome.
Yeah. Now, it says on my notes here that one of your favorite memories is being on stage with your wife while she was actually pregnant.
Yes, that was actually 2 years ago in our premiere year of Esther here in Branson. She was pregnant with our daughter, and she was still in the show at the time, and we actually got to be in the ensemble on stage together and interact, and it was just so much fun to not only enjoy that moment with my wife, but also the fact that my daughter was on stage with us. It's just, it's one of my favorite memories, and it's so much fun to think about and remember.
Yeah. So as she gets older, you'll be able to share that,
Absolutely.
with her. So let's talk about the differences between New York City and Branson, Missouri,
Okay.
because you've been in both.
I have. New York has its perks. Food would be my number one. You can get anything you want wherever you go.
That's true.
But Branson has the outdoors. It has everything. It's beautiful. You have shows you can go see. There's great places to go eat. But the outdoors are just, as an outdoorsman, I love to fish and hike and hunt and do all those things. And I can do all of those things within like 20 minutes of my house. And it's the best.
Yeah. It's two completely different worlds.
100%.
I've been to New York City a couple times, and I was so glad to get back to Branson because of just nothing else but grass. I'm like,
Absolutely.
There's like it's a concrete jungle.
Yep.
But it is a tourist destination as well. And so I always tell people, a lot of times they're either going to the East or West Coast, but I'm like, come to the Heartland, come to Branson. Like it's just going to be a totally different experience than that.
I agree.
Okay. So you persevered through high school, through New York City, and now you're here in Branson. What do you hope for your career in the future?
Well, I mean, I don't know. There's not a ton to hope for other than to continue work, especially like working here at Sight and Sound. I'm doing what I love to do every single day. It doesn't always feel like work. Some days it does, because some days you feel tired, but I still get to go and perform and sing and fight and do all these things on stage every day and doing what I love. So it's not as much work, and I just want to continue doing that.
Okay.
And thriving in there.
Awesome. Okay, folks, we'll be back in just a second. We're going to talk more about David. Hang tight. We'll be right back. Have you seen our new PlayBranson magazine? Well, if you're in town and you want to know more about Branson's shows, attractions, golf, the lakes, and more, you need to get the PlayBranson magazine. It's free. It's located all over town in racks, so be sure to pick up the PlayBranson magazine. Going to Branson for some relaxation and fun? You've got to stay with Branson's award-winning hotel family, Meyer Hotels. Meyer Hotels features 4 hotels in Branson with the best locations for your trip. Choose from brands you know and trust, like the Holiday Inn Express on Green Mountain Drive, the Best Western Centerpoint Inn, Comfort Inn at Thousand Hills, and the Comfort Inn and Suites. Enjoy refreshing indoor pools and hot tubs. Do you like free? How about a free hot breakfast each morning? Free vacation planning services, and of course, smiles are always free. Want even more value? Go to MeyerHospitality.com and join our e-club to save 15% off your next stay and check out incredible deals with our vacation packages. Call 1-877-FUN-STAY to book Branson's award-winning hotels or visit MeyerHospitality.com. It's your safe choice for award-winning lodging in Branson. MeyerHospitality.com. Hey folks, welcome back to PlayBranson. In today's show, I have 2 guys from Sight and Sound. From David, I have Stephen Baker, right?
That's right.
And you play Uriah.
Yes.
And then Josh Reeves, you play Joab.
Yep.
And so let's just talk about David. This is a brand new show that's launching this year at Sight and Sound. Tell people, what can they expect? What are they going to get?
So David is such a dynamic character in Scripture. He did so many things, all the way to the point that even Jesus was called the son of David, because he is a descendant of the line of David. But David was a shepherd boy who loved to sit out with his sheep and play music. He was incredibly talented at playing the harp. He wrote most of the Psalms that are in Scripture. While he was still a shepherd boy, he killed a giant. He killed Goliath, which skyrocketed him into kind of almost fame of in the area and in Israel for being the savior of Israel. And he also went to play harp for King Saul, who was tormented, and David's music helped soothe him. And then, don't want to give too much away in the story of itself, but Saul is trying to hunt David at one point. David ends up becoming king of Israel, and he is the king who clears out all of the people from the promised land.
With any show at Sight and Sound, the scale is huge. So we'll have, 4-story high sets. Something that's really cool in David is we have our LED screen backdrop. So the scenes are kind of playing out along with all the set moves and the lighting, and it's really married well, super beautifully. So huge impact in that way. But we of course have like our animals and stage combat, and all of the music in the show is original, inspired mostly from the Psalms in the Bible. So yeah, a lot of cool stuff in the David show.
Yeah. And so when you talk about music, like, people can buy the soundtracks, right, of the show?
Yeah. Wherever you stream music, you can find the David original cast recording.
Yeah. What's your favorite scene or song from David, and why?
Oh, I guess my personal favorite would be Psalm 51, which is towards the end of the show, after David has made his mistake and he's coming back to the Lord and just crying out, and that just begging the Lord for forgiveness. It's so beautifully done. The music alone will make you weep. But the setting of it as well, it's just so perfectly done that it just brings you to tears every time.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I'm getting the chills here. Like you could just feel it. And what about you?
Yeah. Oh, it's hard to pick a favorite. But definitely one of my favorites is Creation Sings. It's the opening of Act 2, and there's just this beautiful display of celebrating the beauty, the power, the strength of God through creation on the earth, in the ocean, in the sky, and seeing just how huge God is, and yet how close he is to us and how he calls us his friend. It's just a super meaningful but also beautiful song.
Yeah. So Sight and Sound brings the Bible to life. Okay. And so maybe somebody, man, they're not religious, they don't know anything about the Bible. Should they still come to see this show?
Yes. I tell people all the time, it doesn't matter what you believe. Our shows are absolutely incredible. We have a 300-foot wraparound stage with live animals. The quality of the music, the quality of the productions is, in my opinion, unrivaled.
No, I think you're about right there. Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you believe. You will still be entertained, and you will still leave happy that you came to see the show.
Yeah. Yeah. And they may learn something.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they may learn something. Let's talk about your characters a little bit more, and what role they play in this production.
Yeah, so we're both a part of the Troop of Mighty Men, which is a group of guys that David kind of happens upon, who we all look up to him, all have so much respect for him, for his leadership, his humility, and also his courage. He was a warrior, and he really made us into the warriors that we become. So yeah, that's kind of who we are as a group. But we all have these different quirks or these different specific things about us. And of course, we're all warriors, but we have these different weapons. So Uriah has this awesome bow. Joab, he starts out with a club, yeah?
Start off with a club. At some point I use a sling, a sword and shield.
He does a lot.
A spear, like a lot of different fights.
Yeah. Yeah. But David's, of course, known for his fight with Goliath, right?
Yes.
And so can you guys tell us a little bit about that scene? Because I hear it's pretty spectacular.
Yeah, so the scene with Goliath is super cool. Of course, iconic moment in the story. When we think of David, we think of David and Goliath. But the way that we do it at Sight and Sound, it's one of the biggest animatronic pieces we've ever had on stage, 14-foot tall giant. We have incorporate a moment of slow motion, and it really is one of the coolest, most impactful, jaw-dropping scenes, I think, that we've done to date. So yeah, it's a pretty awesome scene. I don't really know what else to say about that besides it's huge.
It's
Goliath's
the most
big.
epic scene that I have seen on stage.
Wow.
I will put it that way. It will take your breath away.
Yeah. So if I hear taking your breath away, weeping, like this is gonna be a roller coaster of a production based on what you've said.
Yes.
For sure.
Is this safe for the whole family to come see? I mean, is it good for the whole family?
Absolutely. Yeah. Sight and Sound always does a really great job at making shows family friendly. Even when we know that some of the characters have darker pasts or darker things or mistakes, they've done a really great job at not covering it up and pretending it's not there, but doing it in a way that we understand the sin, but still making it family friendly.
And what you're saying is like you're thinking about that stuff ahead of time.
Yes.
To say we know there's going to be a whole bunch of different types of people in the audience, and we're dealing with difficult stuff sometimes, and so your people have that all figured out.
Yep.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be nice if Hollywood had it all figured out?
Yeah.
So, can you guys talk about, like, as Sight and Sound, like, you guys are doing movies. Can y'all talk about that, or is that kind of outside y'all's realm?
Yeah. To be honest, we don't know a whole lot of what goes on either. In the film world, things do have to kind of be held close to the chest until it's all released. So we're anxiously awaiting more as well.
Okay, here's a great question. What do you hope people are taking away as they exit the theater after seeing David? What do you think they're going to be thinking?
Our hope is that when they leave the theater, they understand grace and mercy and forgiveness. Just with the story of David and what he went through, the mistakes he made, but that he still ran back to God instead of fighting to cover up what he did and fighting to protect who he was. He relented to the Lord and cried out and begged for forgiveness, and that each one of us has the ability to cry out for that same forgiveness, and that the Lord will meet us right there.
Man, this is going to be, I'm so looking forward to seeing this show. Did we miss anything? Anything you guys want to share we missed?
I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah. Really excited for Branson to come be able to experience David.
Okay, folks, if you haven't booked your tickets yet to David, you better do it because they sell out a lot. I guarantee it'll probably be the #1 show in Branson in 2025. So make your reservations now. Go see David. It is going to be epic. We'll be back in just a second to wrap the show up. You know, we often provide tips on how to make your Branson vacation better. So have you guys seen the Flavor of Branson magazine? Now, if you're in town and you want to know more about Branson's restaurants, this is the most complete guide for dining. And guess what? It's free. It's located all over town in racks, and it will help save you money. Stretch those vacation dollars even further. There are about 20 coupons in the back. They list all the restaurants and categories. And so check this out. Be sure to check it out in the lobby of your hotel.
There are so many things to do in Branson. You need help planning and booking all your fun. You need iBranson.com. You can find everything Branson has to offer from your computer, tablet, or cell phone. You can even buy tickets online or talk to one of their friendly Branson travel specialists. There's no sales pitches, no delivery fees, no service fees, and no waiting. It's fast and easy. Find your fun at iBranson.com. Do it all online or call 877-ENTERTAIN. That's 877-368-3782. iBranson.com.
Hey folks, welcome back to the show. We've been talking to Josh Reeves today with David over at the Sight and Sound Theater. Now, if you want more information on David, you can go to sight-sound.com or you can go to iBranson.com and get the latest information. Now, if you need help planning your entire Branson vacation, be sure to go to iBranson.com. You can get shows, attractions, hotels, the whole bit there, or you can call them at 877-ENTERTAIN. They've been helping people in Branson for over 30 years plan their vacations. Now, if you're looking for previous episodes of Play Branson and you're like, where do I go? What do I do? Well, you can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. And if you would like us and subscribe, that would be great. You can also find a lot of our episodes on our website, playbranson.com or thevacationchannel.com. However you want to view it, we're there. Be sure to go see some live music this week, folks. Support our local musicians. That's what makes Branson unique and different. That's it for today, and we'll see you here next time on Play Branson.